Hi HASfit mamas, I'm Claudia, and this is a prenatal cardio HIIT workout with dumbbells. This workout is safe to do in your second and third trimesters all the way through your post-baby recovery process. The only equipment required for today's routine is a light pair of hand weights, and the weight that you choose is completely dependent upon your fitness level. We're going to be doing this workout Tabata style. That means that we're going to do each exercise for 4 rounds, 20 seconds of work, followed by 10 seconds of rest. If you're ready to get that heart pumping, let's do this. Moving from one side to the other, we have our elbows at a 90-degree angle, and we're just opening that chest, getting our shoulders, chest, back, everything ready for this workout today. Remembering to breathe using our proper breathing techniques. This is going to get your heart rate up a little bit. That's okay. That's what it's supposed to do. Just remembering to move at your own warm-up pace here. Feeling good. We'll do this for 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, next move, we're going to be doing a modified jack. So again, keeping our heart rate up, bringing it up nice and slow. Doing a modified jack where we are stepping one leg out to the side. So just taking the plain old jumping jack, doing a lower impact version of it. One leg out to the side, hands reaching up overhead. Of course, we're going to recommend that you exhale, that you bring those arms overhead. And are stepping out to the side. Let's go, mamas. Getting that heart rate up. Feeling good about moving during this pregnancy. Whatever week you're at, I'm at 24. I'm starting to feel like I'm really pregnant here. Let's keep moving in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Okay, so the next move is going to be a step back and reach. So you're just going to step back about half of a foot, maybe a foot, and reaching across the opposite side. Really warming up your thoracic spine here with a nice reach. Getting everything ready for today's Tabata workout. We're gonna burn some calories and feel good about staying active during this pregnancy, right? Exhale as you reach back overhead from one side to the other. If your balance is off just a little bit, which of course is the later you get into your pregnancy, the more your balance is off, you can step out a little bit to your side just for a wider base if you need to. Take your time. Moving along. And we'll do the step back and reach for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. So for the last movement in our warm-up, we're going to do a TYI, really just to warm up our back, our shoulders. So we're going to be hinging at a 45-degree angle here. And by a hinged pattern, we're going to be pushing our rear end back, and we're going to, with our thumbs out, do our T. We're going to do this again, as I mentioned, to warm up our back, our shoulders, And in this hinging position, we're really warming up that posterior chain as well. So glutes, lower back, hamstrings, all getting ready. All right, we'll do the T move for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and into a Y raise. So Y, bringing your hands in a Y position, out to the sides. Again, hitting another part of our back here, really warming up our lats. Feeling good, getting ready. All right, HASfit mamas, let's go. We'll do this for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and straight into the eye. So straight in front of us. Here we go. Nice and warm now. You may feel a little bit of it in your lower back. That's okay. Being in this position is just helping us strengthen that lower back, and trust me, we'll hit it in the cool down to help you get rid of any of those aches. We have about 10 more seconds with the eye. Come on, mamas, let's go. Exhale as you lift those arms. Gentle exhale here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, so we're going to get our dumbbells. Of course, we're going to need them. I'm going to have a couple of different sets here as I can switch up if I need to. Our very first movement is going to be a sumo squat to a hammer curl to an overhead press. So let me demo what that is going to look like. We have our feet wider than shoulder width apart and a little wider than hip width apart. Toes pointed out. For a sumo squat, we're going to drop down into a squat, breaking at the hips. We come up, hammer curl, overhead press. So again, sumo squat, breaking at the hips, into a hammer curl, overhead press. We're going to do this exercise 4 times, 20 seconds of work, followed by 10 seconds of rest. All right, here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we go. Getting this workout going. Right into your sumo squat. Overhead. Woo, feeling good. Remembering to inhale down, exhale as we push up, and break. All right, shake it out just a little bit. If you need to, we're going to take a quick 10-second break here. Starting again in 3, 2, 1, begin into the sumo squat, breaking at those hips. Remembering to, as we come up, we really want our weight to be mid-foot. So keep those toes down, keep those heels down. Pushing overhead. We want your biceps by your ears on the overhead press. So straight overhead in 3, 2, 1, and break. Whew, take a couple of deep breaths. Depending on the weight that you're using, if you feel like you need to drop it, do so. Starting in 2, 1, begin. Here we go. Another round. Hammer curl, overhead press. Nice posture. Head up, chest up, as we sit back into that sumo squat. Come on, mamas. Feels good to get our heart rate up. And 3, 2, 1, break. That was the 3rd round. One more of these sumo squats to hammer to overhead press. Starting again in 2, 1, begin. Last round. Hammer, overhead. You've got this. This is good for you. It's good for baby. Get that baby moving. Whew. Moving our bump through all 9 months of pregnancy here. Feeling strong, feeling healthy. Not much longer. And 3, 2, 1, and break. Perfect. I'm going to switch weights to a lighter weight for more of a upper body movement. For this one, it's a staggered row plus a reverse fly. So staggered row, I'm going to be in a staggered stance. You can bring one of your feet out to the side a little bit more for a wider base. Right now I have my right foot in back. So for the staggered row, we're going to pull back at the elbows, back down into a reverse fly. So row, reverse fly. We're going to do 4 of those again, starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Here we go. Staggered row into that reverse fly. So again, as I mentioned, switch up your weight as you need. Again, for upper body workouts, it's a smaller muscle group, so you will probably need to reduce the weight some. In 2, 1, break. If you want to switch up your legs, you can for the next set. So I'm going to have my left foot back, and we're starting now. Row, pulling back on those elbows, not your hands. So pulling back on the elbows, and in the reverse fly, we're pretending like we have a finger right in between our shoulder blades. We're trying to squeeze it with our shoulder blades. And 2, 1, break. Woo, very good. I'm getting a little bit of a glute burn on the leg in front, the stationary leg in front. All right, and 2, 1, let's go, mamas. Those 10 seconds sure does go by fast. Back and exhale. Here we go. Making sure we maintain proper strength throughout this entire pregnancy. Keep those aches and pains away. And 2, 1, break. Third round. Here's the last one coming up. Take that 10 seconds, use it wisely, and begin. Last staggered row to reverse fly. Make sure you keep your head in line with your spine anytime you're in a hinge position. Whew. Almost there, mamas, almost there. Push it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Okay, going back to another lower body move. So I'm going to slightly increase my weights here, picking up my 5-pound dumbbells, and we're moving into a squat plus a bicep curl. So again, depending on how big your belly is at this particular point, you may need to have it about hip width apart or maybe slightly wider with your toes pointed out. So we're going to do a squat as we come up into a bicep curl, bringing those pinkies in. So a squat, breaking at the hips, head up, chest up, into a bicep curl. Here we go. Starting in 3, 2, 1, and squat. Show me what you got. All throughout this pregnancy program, we are going to be squatting our way to having these babies. It's just going to make childbirth and prep that much easier. And 3, 2, 1, break. 10 seconds. Here we go. Take a couple of big deep breaths. Starting again. Now, here we go. Squat, bicep curl, head up, chest up. If your squat is here, that's perfectly fine. Go as deep as you feel comfortable and with keeping good form. In 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, again, a couple of big deep breaths. Remembering to inhale on the way down. Exhale, lifting that pelvic floor as we come up and begin. Here we go. Nice. Make sure our knees are not caving in, staying nice and wide. Doing the best that we can. And 3, 2, 1, break. All right, almost there. Just one more round left on these squats. Beginning, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squat, bicep curl. Staying nice and strong and physically fit. Staying nice and healthy during this pregnancy. It's what it's all about. Not much left on this one. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break. Excellent work on the squats. Next, we're moving into a Romanian deadlift plus an upright row. So for the Romanian deadlift, our feet are about shoulder width apart. We're going to break at the hips and go into that famous hinging pattern. We're going to take our dumbbells and just slide them down our legs to about right below our knees. Come back up into an upright row, pulling up on our elbows. So again, the RDL is breaking at the hips, letting those dumbbells slide just past your knee, up into an upright row. Again, 4 rounds. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, begin. All right. And of course, if you're using a lighter weight, you can work at your own pace. This is more about working on our aerobic capacity than it is about strength, right? So we're just going to move at a nice, comfortable pace and break. First one, 3 more to go. I love the Romanian deadlift. It's great for your posterior chain. And begin. Keeping your glutes, your lower back nice and strong. Make sure your head is in line with your spine through the entire movement. Pulling up on those elbows. We're not cranking our wrists. We're just coming into a nice, gentle, upright row. And break. Woo, shake it out. Shake it out. And your posterior chain too. It is fundamental. Begin. This is the 3rd round. Fundamental to making sure that our backs are nice and strong as we get bigger in the front. Those bellies are expanding. We want to make sure we keep as pain-free as we can. And 3, 2, 1, and break. One more round, mamas. One more round of this Romanian deadlift to upright row. And begin. 4th one. Here we go. Slide those weights down. Upright row. Of course, with this routine, you can make it as hard or as easy as you need to by adjusting the weights that you use. If you're more advanced, up your weights. Not so much, use water bottles. And 3, 2, 1, break. Awesome work. Next one, we are doing thrusters. So thrusters, your legs are going to be about hip width, a little wider. We're going to start with our dumbbells in a rack position. Make sure your toes are slightly pointed out. We're going to drop into a squat position, so breaking at the hips. And we're going to come up, and as we come up, into an overhead press. These are called squat thrusters. We're going to do as many as you can in your 20-second time frame. This is really going to challenge you, this move. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Into a squat, overhead. Into a squat, overhead. Again, making this workout as hard or as easy as you need to. If you need to drop your weights at all, do so. And break. Whew. All right, take a deep breath. Hopefully we're remembering our proper breathing techniques through this move. Starting again in 3, 2, 1, begin. Inhale, exhale as you push overhead. Working at a pace that you feel comfortable with. Don't try to keep up with me. If you are faster than me, by all means, move faster or slower as need be. Listen to your body and break. Pregnancy is not a time to really challenge yourself and push yourself to new heights. We just want to maintain and improve our aerobic capacity a little bit. And begin. Here we go. Exhale. Exhale. Excellent job. Really working our core, back, shoulders, glutes. Almost there. And break. That was your 3rd round of thrusters. One more. Catch your breath. And we're starting again right now. Fourth and final round of thrusters. Let's do it. Exhale. Inhale. Not much left. 5 seconds, mama. And 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, next exercise in our Tabata is a staggered overhead tricep extension. So again, back into that staggered stance, using a wider base if you need to, one leg out in front and the other back. So with the staggered overhead tricep extension, we're gonna have both arms up overhead and just hinging at that elbow into a tricep extension. We're going to do 20 seconds of work for 4 rounds. Ready? Beginning in 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Remembering to breathe. Exhale as we move those dumbbells up overhead. We want to try to keep those elbows pointing to the sky as much as possible. In 3, 2, 1, and break. If you need to drop your weight, now is a good time to do so. If you want to switch up your leg, just for equal balance on either side, if you feel like one's getting more of a burn than the other, do it now, because we're starting right now. Here we go. Second round of staggered overhead tricep extensions. Hinging only at that elbow, keeping our elbows in line with our shoulders. Remembering to breathe and break. Whew. Shake those triceps out. Shake them out. I'm going to switch up my legs here and begin. Third round. Here we go. Working past that burn. Really emphasizing our breathing technique. Exhale, lifting that pelvic floor. Making sure we're always engaging our abdominals. And break. Again, staying and trying to stabilize during these positions is a great, safe way to engage your core during pregnancy. And last round, mamas, here we go. 20 seconds, overhead tricep extension. Making sure not to use any momentum. I don't want you rocking your body. Make sure you stay nice and solid. Stable foundation here. We don't have much left. Ooh! Burning me too, don't worry about it. Keep fighting. And 3, 2, 1, break. Last move of this cardio HIIT workout is dumbbell swings. Again, legs, feet a little wider than shoulder width apart. Toes slightly pointed out. I have my 2 dumbbells, interlace my fingers, hinge pattern, right into a dumbbell swing. Pushing my glutes back towards the wall and using the momentum from my hips to bring those dumbbells right in front of me. Here we go. Last exercise. And 3, 2, 1, begin. Inhale. Exhale as you use the momentum in your hips and strength and power to bring those dumbbells up. This is it. Give it all you got. Breathe. Give those glutes a little squeeze right at the top. And break. 10 seconds of rest. Here we go. I'm feeling good. I don't know about you. But I know my baby's going to come out strong. Here we go. And I'm going to push through to the end. Again, staying within a proper exertion rate for my fitness level. Again, do so by adjusting your weight or your pace at any particular time. And break. 2 round, 2 down, 2 more to go, mamas. Here we go. Take a nice breather and begin. Exhaling on that hip thrust. Making sure our head is in line with our spine. Not much longer. And break. One more to go. 3 down. One more, and then you're into your cool down. Here we go, moms. And 3, 2, 1, begin. Again, our arms aren't doing any of the work. All of that power is coming from our hips. 10 seconds left. You're a fighter, not a quitter. That translates to you being a mama. Trust me, it's hard work, but you got this. In 3, 2, 1, and break. Excellent work. Nice. Drop those weights as we begin our cool down. And again, this cool down really serves its purpose, bringing our heart rate down. We're going to add a little extra mobility and flexibility, all important whether you're pregnant or not, but even more so because we got some extra weight going on here. So find a wall, a chair, a countertop, something to stabilize yourself. Pardon me, we're going to go into a standing quad stretch. So we did a fair amount of squats, thrusters. Today, we're going to just stretch out those quadriceps. Make sure that your knee is nice and in line with the hip. We don't want it flaring out to the side. And just give it a nice, gentle pull. We want to make sure that we're maintaining proper posture and breathing our diaphragmatic breaths. So inhale into the belly, nice exhale out. And we're going to switch sides in 3, 2, 1. All right, turn it around. Other side, leg up, hanging on to a wall to stabilize yourself. And if your balance is feeling pretty solid, by all means, put that hand in the air. Again, always adjust these workouts to your current fitness level, whatever that is. Ooh, nice big belly breath in, filling up that rib cage, belly, into your pelvic floor like a balloon, and exhale. Gentle, gentle exhale. And 3, 2, 1. Very nice, nice and slow. Now we're gonna do a hamstring stretch that's also going to serve as your calf stretch. So we're going to do a hip hinge. So with your right heel up and your left leg slightly bent, we're going to hinge at the hip. And you may not need to hinge very far at all before you really feel that stretch in the back of your hamstring. And as you bring your toes back towards you, you're really going to feel that stretch in your calf. And again, you might be able to sink a little deeper into your hip hinge just considering all the hinge movements we did today. It's probably my favorite, one of my favorite planes to work off. Again, emphasizing our nice deep breaths. And if you feel like you want to sink a little deeper into that hip hinge or pull that toe back a little bit more, do what feels good to you. And switch legs. I'm exhaling as I'm sinking into the hip hinge here. And you may feel that one side is a little tighter than the other. For me, that's my left. But it feels really nice, especially if we're sleeping on one side or the other, right? Telling us not to sleep on our backs. You really feel the effects of that. Your sciatic nerve, down your legs, into your calf. Just a couple more big deep breaths in this movement. All right, up nice and slow out of that hinge. Back to your wall or doorway. We're gonna do a 90-90 chest opener. So we've done this before. We're gonna bring our arms to a 90-degree angle. Our shoulders and elbows are in line with one another. And we're going to slowly bring our shoulder closer to the wall to a point where it feels comfortable. And we're going to slightly turn in the opposite direction. So you're gonna feel a nice stretch throughout your shoulder, chest, and even your back. Again, taking nice big deep breaths. You can even move your shoulder a little closer to the wall if you're feeling comfortable. Again, taking all of these stretches to about 70-80% of what you're capable of. We're not trying to inflict any pain. We're just trying to get a nice stretch. And switch. This is also great if you're in your post-pregnancy recovery and you're starting to exercise. Maybe you're breastfeeding. You're in the hunched over position. Breastfeeding and holding babies can really just take a toll on your posture, your back. So this is a great one to implement throughout your day. Just find a doorway and stretch out that chest and back. Left side's definitely tighter. And not much longer. Again, big deep breaths. Into your diaphragm, belly, ribs, pelvic floor. Gentle exhale out. All right. Nice work. Shake it out. Last one. We're going to go down to the floor in our very last move, which is going to be pelvic tilts. So I'll show you what pelvic tilts look like. So get down on one knee, followed by the other. We always want to make sure we get down safely. So for this particular move, we're going to be in a quadruped position. So in our quadruped position here, we're going to do pelvic tilts. And what that is going to look like is not exactly a cat-cow. A cat-cow is where you're like a string is pulling the middle of your back. For this one, it's not going to be a lot of range of motion. We just want to emphasize your lower back, right? So I mentioned that we were going to focus on that. So your hands are directly underneath your shoulders and your knees are directly underneath your hips. We want to act like there is a string that's pulling up just our lower back. And then flatten our back to a tabletop. So again, as if someone is pulling your lower back with a string, and you're really just going to feel your pelvis and your hips move, and then right back into tabletop. So we're going to do about 10 of these. That's 3. And you'll exhale as you go back into your tabletop. 4. Inhale. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale. And again, we're trying to emphasize just your lower back and pelvis and hips. And we're not hyperextending our back. Just a nice flat tabletop. Inhale in. That's 6. 7. This should feel good on all of those hinges we were doing earlier. Sometimes you tend to feel a little bit of a strain in your back whenever you're over at a 45-degree angle like that. This is really going to help you work out some of the kinks and get baby into optimal position for birth. And one more. Inhale in. Moving just your pelvis. Exhale as you bring to tabletop. You can stay right where you are. I'm going to come up, and I want to thank you for working out with me today. If you enjoyed this routine, please check out our complete prenatal program on our HASfit app as well as HASfit.com. Also, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and follow us on your favorite social media network, whatever that is. I'm Claudia, and I'll see you at your next workout.